Hi everyone, I'm Diana Palm. Today we're going to answer the question, what to do with your loved one's ashes after the funeral, after the cremation. Many of you wonder about what to do with your loved one's ashes. Should you get an urn for them? What kind of urn? Should you bury it? Should you scatter them? There's so many questions that come up around this topic. I'm going to tell you the top 5 ways that people use the cremation ashes in some sort of memorial that's personalized and meaningful for them. Many people today are opting for cremation versus a traditional burial. In fact, 70% of the population in the United States prefer cremation over a traditional burial. So those numbers are very high, and this is why the topic of cremation ashes has come to the forefront. What do we do with the ashes? How long do we keep them? Make sure you stay till the end so that you can hear my personal advice as a spiritual medium and what I advise for my clients. So let's talk about cremation ashes and what you can do with your loved one's remains. Because this can be such a confusing time and such an emotional time, many people rely upon the staff at funeral homes to guide them through the process. But it's nice to know you also have options on your own and that this is something that you can prepare for. The top 5 things that people are doing with cremation ashes. Number 1 is keeping a decorative urn at home on display. This would typically be on a fireplace mantle. It could even be in a bedroom or somewhere that's kind of on display. And I really love this idea. It can create a beautiful memorial altar for your loved one. The second thing you can do is bury the urn in a cemetery plot. Depending on your religious or spiritual beliefs, many people are actually choosing this option. Another thing that you can do is have funerary beads made or have the ashes made into some form of jewelry. There are living memorials where ashes are buried around the roots of a tree that is planted in your loved one's honor. And this is really nice because there's nothing encapsulating the ashes, and they inspire the growth of a new tree, something that you can look at in the future that represents your loved one. There are also biodegradable urns that can be put underground and will totally merge back in with the earth. Some are also used in the sea, but by far, there's one option that remains at the top of everyone's list, and that is a memorial urn. If you can see behind me, I actually have one on display. This is a Saran premium personalized cremation memorial. I don't typically talk about different products around the death and funerary experience, but my audience asks me these questions all the time. So I would like to share this one with you. And I'll share what I felt when I opened it because I think it's a really beautiful option and very affordable. I was very impressed with the quality. It was beautifully packaged, and right away when I opened it, I don't know why I'm getting emotional. It says on the lid, because someone we love is in heaven, there's a little bit of heaven in our home. And I don't know why that makes me so emotional, although it brings up that we do love to have our loved ones around, and having something, a memorial, especially a special altar for them as we're grieving, really helps us to heal. It helps us to feel closer to them. So let me show you the items that they sent me. This is the full-size urn that comes with the package, and they say it's good for an adult human up to 250 pounds. So it's really well done. It has a beautiful tree on the front and designs all the way around. And what I like about this as well, you can personalize these really easily online. And I will share the link with that in the description. I actually tried it out. You can upload an image, a logo, like a symbol if something's meaningful and significant to you, just like you would on a traditional headstone. You can also add a poem or other sentiment that's very meaningful for you. You can have all of these customized. This would be the main urn, and it has simple screw on the bottom to remove the bottom and place the ashes inside and then screw closed. So this is real wood, which I also thought was very nice and beautiful. This is a gorgeous piece to have on display in your home. It comes with this matching picture frame with glass and the same hand-carved design in the wooden frame. It also comes with a couple different bags that you can use for the ashes themselves before you put them into the urn. And if you'd like to disperse ashes or share them amongst family and friends, it comes with 4 keepsake urns that you can hand out. These smaller personalized personalized ones also have the same hand-carved design on the top and a magnetic closure that keeps them closed once you put the ashes inside. This kit comes with 2 darker wood and 2 lighter wood, so 4 small ones altogether. Now, for all of these items, I thought the price was absolutely incredible. I thought the product was really well made, and it's something that I wouldn't mind having on display in my home. I thought it was really beautiful. I actually really love this Tree of Life design, and it's just a really beautiful keepsake memorial. I will share the link to Saran so that you can actually check out the product online and perhaps purchase your own. And it's important to know I don't get any kind of benefits from sharing my perspective on my YouTube channel. They asked me if I would review their product and give my honest feedback. My honest feedback is it's a beautiful, high quality product. It's an excellent price point, and it's something that I would feel comfortable displaying in my own home. What is a spiritual perspective on either keeping ashes or scattering them? As a spiritual medium, somebody that has been working with the bereaved and the spirit world for over 30 years, I may have a unique perspective on this. I think that keeping cremation ashes is a very valuable and meaningful part of the grieving process. However, I also believe that in scattering the ashes and releasing them is part of a spiritual release that's both meaningful and healing for your loved one in spirit and the living loved ones. My personal belief is that if you want to keep memorial ashes, buy something beautiful that you can display at home, keep it on your memorial altar, but I would say to have a time limit on it. In terms of cremation ashes, I would say not to go over 1 year. This will give you ample time to display the altar, to say your goodbyes, to do your healing around the loss of your loved one. When you've reached a certain point where you're ready to let go, it would be beneficial then for you to go and scatter them or bury them. The idea is that you wouldn't want to keep your loved one's ashes forever. There is going to be a point in time where it's more beneficial for you and your loved one to release those ashes or to bury them, return them to earth, and heal that spiritual energy that connects you and complete the healing process. There's a spiritual release and healing that occurs when you release ashes and when you scatter them or bury them. So that would be my recommendation. Then the question remains, what do I do with these beautiful keepsakes that I have? I would feel very comfortable repurposing these after they've been used for my loved one's ashes. Moving forward, only you would know that this was once a cremation memorial. You could definitely repurpose it. I think it's a great size for a jewelry box. I plan to put incense cones inside of mine, and it's got a spiritual theme because it's got the Tree of Life on it. So I feel very comfortable having these around my house or giving them as gifts. I also want to address this because many of my clients ask me if they keep memorial ashes in their home, will the spirit of their loved one linger and stay in the home as a haunting? This actually can happen. From a spiritual medium's perspective, I have seen loved ones linger longer than necessary if their remains are not released. However, it doesn't necessarily mean that that is so. Many loved ones cross over immediately or soon after their funeral. Holding your loved one's ashes won't necessarily keep them earthbound. It's important that you know that. However, there is a spiritual release and a completion of a cycle when the ashes are released. And part of that is because your own grief cycle has reached the next stage of healing. If you are somebody who has kept your loved one's memorial ashes in your home, I would invite you to consider releasing them back to the earth and releasing any spiritual energy that is associated with your loved one's ashes. This would actually help you heal as well as your loved one in spirit. What I love about this Saran kit is the quality, the affordability, and the completeness of the kit. Once you've decided to release and maybe scatter or bury your loved one's ashes, you still have the beautiful wooden and hand-carved frame to represent your loved one. And really, this is all you'll need moving forward. So when it comes to this product, I would highly recommend it. I will definitely put the link down below this video. I invite you to go check it out online and also go through that process of customizing it. You can upload your loved one's photo, a symbolic image of whatever's important to you, a poem, or another sentiment that you find meaningful. Your loved one deserves deserves to be honored and remembered. I would love to know how you have done this for them and how you have celebrated their life and how you have memorialized the life that they shared with you. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you next time. This is my honest review of the Saran Premium Personalized Cremation Memorial.